Good morning, VMS. Today is Monday, August 21st.
And this is VMS News.
Good morning, I am McKenna.
And I am Xander Harris. And here's the news for today.
Tomorrow evening, starting at 6 p.m., our VMS PTA will hold their annual open house meeting. This is the first meeting of our year. Students and parents are both invited to attend.
This is an important meeting, and we hope that you all will plan to attend.
Please pay close attention to the scrolling news in the cafeteria.
We have lots of great clubs that you can join after school, and we would hate if you missed it.
Some of our clubs have already started, and some clubs begin this week.
We have Save the Planet Club, Gardening Club, Champs Racing, Drama Club, Book Club, Creative Writing Club, and Hiking Club.
Even if you're involved in a sport this fall, you can still become a member when your sport is over.
Make sure that you sign in sheets located outside the main office for 7th and in the hallway outside the cafeteria on the 2nd floor for 8th.
Tutoring is now taking place after school. If you need help with any homework or school academics, come to tutoring after school. Monday will be math, social studies, and science. Tuesday and Thursday will be language arts. And Wednesday will be tutoring in math and social studies.
Next up is Levon and Alexis with today's sports roundup.
The Lady Vikings volleyball team will match up on the 24th at TA Duggar. The game starts at 5 p.m. Come out and support the Lady Vikings volleyball team. Cross country is looking for runners. If you are interested in cross country, please see Coach Manahan or Coach Reese for further information. Girls soccer has a game on Wednesday the 23rd at Libertyville.
The Vance Vikings football team has a home game on Thursday, August 24th. They will be going against Greenville. Come out and support the Vance Vikings.
I'm Alexa.
And I'm Levon with today's sports roundup.
Up next is Morgan with today's AccuWeather forecast.
Today's weather forecast for Monday, August 21st is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 83 degrees and a low of 65, with a precipitation of rain of 20%. My name is Morgan Fuller with today's weather.
Thanks. Here is Abigail and Reese with today's special report. On August 21st, millions of people will look skyward as day turns into night when the first coast-to-coast solar eclipse in nearly a century passes over Middle Tennessee.
Nashville is the largest city in the path of the eclipse. NASA and the specialists at Vanderbilt Eye Institute want to ensure that eclipse watchers keep an eye on safety while viewing the astronomical event.
This is historical, and I would encourage everyone to see it. The entire country will be able to see at least a partial eclipse, but Nashville is in the direct path for the total solar eclipse.
It's incredibly exciting and something you should participate in and enjoy, but you should do it safely with the proper filters for your eyes, he stressed.
A solar eclipse occurs when the moon blocks the view of the sun. For a few minutes on August 21st, the moon will orbit perfectly between the Earth and the sun, causing total darkness for all over 14 states, while others outside the path of the total eclipse will see a partial solar eclipse.
According to NASA, about 325 million people in the country will be able to view some portion of the eclipse.
NASA said the most impressive feature during the solar eclipse is the solar corona, which is the outer atmosphere of the sun. The corona consists of gas glowing at a temperature of 1 to 2 million degrees Celsius. Although the corona itself doesn't produce enough radiation to harm the retina, the seconds before and after the total eclipse can produce enough light intensity to be harmful.
It is that aspect of the event that is most worrisome to eye care specialists, said NASA, who urges viewers heed the warning, never look directly at the sun. There are risks of viewing the eclipse without any protection. Normally, if you look directly at the sun, the natural response is to squint, shield your eyes, blink, or turn away.
This is that when it is partial phase, the natural reflex to shy away from looking at the sun is reduced, and that is dangerous because of the possibility of developing solar retinopathy, which can occur without the person knowing it, he said.
In addition, the retina has no pain receptors, so damage can occur before someone realizes it. In most cases, retinal damage will result in blurred vision or the presence of blind spots. An eye care specialist will be able to determine the level of damage upon examination.
NASA offers a few eyewear tips for safe eclipse viewing. Make sure to wear proper protective eyewear. Eclipse glasses filter out harmful rays and make it safe to view all phases of the eclipse. Make sure the lenses are made of black polymer material. While wearing a pair of undamaged glasses, ones that are not scratched, torn, or with holes, you shouldn't be able to see anything except the mild glow of the sun when looking toward the sun.
Proper protective eyewear can be worn over regular prescription glasses. Discard lens if light penetrates through the tiny holes or scratches have developed. A shade number 14 wielding glass is suitable. There are alternative methods to indirectly view the partially eclipsed sun. NASA suggests the following. Cross the outstretched, slightly open fingers of one hand over the outstretched, slightly opened fingers up to the other. With your back to the sun, look at your hand's shadow on the ground. The little spaces between your fingers will project a grid of small images on the ground, showing the sun as a crescent during the partial phases of the eclipse.
Other options include craft a pinhole viewer to project the image onto another surface, place a pinhole or small opening in a card. Others suggested ready-made pinholes including a colander, strainers, pegboards, or anything with really small holes. Hold the object between the sun and a white surface, like a piece of paper or the sidewalk, to see an image of the sun on the screen.
Here are the never-evers from NASA. Okay, never ever view an eclipse with the naked eye except during totality when the sun is completely covered by the moon. You must use proper eye protection, example solar eclipse glasses. During the total solar eclipse, when the sun is completely obscured by the moon, one must remove the solar glasses and view naked eye. The corona, which is safe to observe naked eye, cannot be observed with solar glasses as it is only about as bright as a full moon. Those outside the path of totality will never see the moon completely cover the sun and will have to wear proper eye protection for the entire solar eclipse.
Some other NASA never-evers never ever view the eclipse with just darkened sunglasses. Use solar-protected glasses never ever. Look through a window in a home or car. Via smoked glasses using exposed film through an unfiltered telescope, binoculars, or camera lens with medical x-ray film with images on them. As you know, our school is staying an hour late on Monday to make sure that students are supervised by an adult while viewing the solar eclipse. You will receive a pair of solar-approved sunglasses just for this historical event.
The solar eclipse should be able to view for us here in Bristol starting partial coverage at around 1:05 p.m. At approximately 2:36 p.m. we will experience the 96% eclipse, which is the most we will see in our area.
Ms. Bays will be on site of solar totality and will be bringing back footage for us to see. The solar eclipse will be completely over at 3:59 and 58 seconds.
Well, VMS, this will be the only complete solar eclipse we will be able to see in our lifetime.
This is something you can tell your grandchildren about. I am Reese.
And I'm Abigail.
From VMS News Special Report. Now back to McKenna and Xander.
Speaking of the solar eclipse, there are quite a few myths and superstitions about the solar eclipse back in history, aren't there, McKenna?
Yes, Xander, there sure are. Ancient cultures try to understand why the sun temporarily vanished from the sky, so they came up with the various reasons for what they caused the solar eclipse. Traditionally, people in many cultures get together to bang pots and pans and make loud noises during a solar eclipse. It is thought that making a noise scares the demons, causing the eclipse away.
I heard that there is a Native American story of a bear who started a fight with the sun and took a bite out of it. In fact, the Pomo tribe name for a solar eclipse is "sun got bit by a bear." After taking a bite of the sun and resolving their conflict, the bear, as the story goes, went on to meet the moon and take a bite out of the moon as well, causing a lunar eclipse. This story may have been their way of explaining why a solar eclipse happens around 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse.
Fear of solar eclipses still exists today. Many people around the world still see eclipses as evil, omens that bring death, destruction, and disaster. Scientists and astronomers around the world have debunked any such claims. There is no scientific evidence that solar eclipses can affect human behavior, health, or the environment. Well, VMS, that's all the news for today. I am McKenna.
And I am Xander.
Have a solar memory Monday.